You walk past a brand new apartment building with a glass lobby, a name like Silver Heights or Riverstone Lofts, and a banner screaming "Luxury Living Starts Here." Then you see the price. And right next to you, walking out of the leasing office or the car dealership or the electronics store, there's someone your age. Same sneakers, same phone, same tired face. They make around what you make, about $5,000 a month before taxes. And your brain hits the wall. How does this work? How does someone with that income drive that car, live in that place, wear those clothes, take those trips? Because if you do the math for more than 10 seconds, the math doesn't work. And yet, the lifestyle is real, or at least it looks real. And that's where the trap begins. Because the most dangerous financial lie in America isn't get rich quick. The most dangerous lie is this one. If you make $5,000 a month, you're doing fine. You're not broke. You're comfortable. You've made it. And that lie is quietly destroying millions of people who feel rich on paper and die buried in debt in real life. Here's how it starts. $5,000 a month sounds like a lot if you grew up watching your parents stress over bills. It sounds like freedom compared to minimum wage. It sounds like you're finally allowed to breathe. And the system knows this. The system knows that this is the exact income level where people stop being careful and start being confident. This is where the salesman stops talking about price and starts talking about monthly payments. This is where banks stop saying no and start saying congratulations. This is where your friends stop warning you and start copying you. And this is where the paycheck illusion is born. Because $5,000 a month doesn't make you rich. It makes you look rich enough to qualify for traps designed for people far wealthier than you. The first trap is the lifestyle upgrade that feels deserved. You didn't buy nonsense, you upgraded. You didn't waste money, you improved your quality of life. Better apartment, better car, better phone, better food, better gym, better streaming, better clothes, better everything. And each upgrade feels small on its own. A few hundred here, a few hundred there. Nothing crazy. You're still under control. Until one day, you're not tracking your money anymore because you know you're fine. You make $5,000. You're not poor. That's when your paycheck stops being income and starts being pre-spent. Before it even hits your account, it already belongs to someone else. Rent or mortgage takes the first bite, and it's always justified. I work hard. I need a nice place. Then the car payment. Not insane, just something reliable. Then insurance. Then utilities, then subscriptions you forgot you signed up for, then food that's not cheap anymore because cheap food feels like going backwards, then credit cards quietly filling the gaps. By the time you realize what happened, 80 to 90% of your income is locked in, not invested, not saved, locked. And you feel rich, but you have zero flexibility. One missed paycheck, one medical bill, one layoff, and the entire illusion collapses. This is where the system tightens the grip, because when your income is fully allocated, you become predictable, you become controllable. You can't quit a job you hate because you have fixed expenses breathing down your neck. You can't take risks, you can't move easily, you can't slow down, you can't say no. You are technically earning more than most people on the planet, yet you are functionally trapped. And the most brutal part is that from the outside, you look successful. That's why no one saves you. Everyone assumes you're fine, including you. Now let's talk about debt, because this is where the real damage happens. Debt isn't sold as desperation anymore. It's sold as normal, smart even. Credit cards promise rewards, car loans promise convenience, mortgages promise stability, buy now, pay later promises freedom. And when you make $5,000 a month, every one of these doors opens, not because you can afford them, but because you can service them for now. The system doesn't care if you ever get ahead. It only cares that you keep paying. Interest turns your future income into today's illusion. And compound interest doesn't need you to fail dramatically. It only needs you to stay average for a long time. Here's the part no one likes to hear. A $5,000 paycheck is the most dangerous paycheck in America. It's high enough to qualify you for debt, but not high enough to absorb it safely. People making very little know they're broke, so they're cautious. People making a lot have margin, but people in the middle feel safe when they're not. They mistake approval for affordability. They mistake cash flow for wealth. They mistake motion for progress, and they build a life that looks impressive but has no foundation. Look at the math they never show you in the commercials. If you're taking home $5,000 before taxes, you're probably netting closer to $3,500 to $4,000. If your fixed costs are $3,000 of that, you're living on the edge, whether you admit it or not. And most people in this bracket don't just have fixed costs, they have creeping costs, costs that grow quietly every year. Rent increases, insurance increases, healthcare increases, lifestyle inflation, and the paycheck doesn't scale fast enough to keep up, so the gap is filled with debt. Always debt. This is where the emotional side kicks in, because once you've built a life around this income, downgrading feels like failure. Moving to a cheaper place feels like regression. Selling the car feels like embarrassment. Canceling things feels like loss. So people don't adjust, they cope. They swipe, they delay, they refinance, they consolidate. They tell themselves it will get better next year. And maybe it does slightly, but not enough to break free, not enough to build real wealth, just enough to survive and maintain the illusion. The climax of this story always looks the same. Something breaks, a layoff, a recession, a health issue, a family emergency. Suddenly, that $5,000 paycheck disappears or shrinks, but the obligations stay. And now the truth comes out. There was never wealth there. There was only consumption. There was no buffer, no real assets, no leverage working for you, just a lifestyle rented from the future. And when the future arrives early, the panic sets in. That's when people realize they weren't rich, they were just busy. Now here's the uncomfortable comparison that flips everything. Take two people making the same $5,000 a month. One uses it to look rich, the other uses it to build margin. Same income, completely different outcomes. One locks themselves into payments, the other keeps costs low, invests the difference, and buys time. One pays interest, the other earns it. One feels rich today, the other becomes rich later. And this is the dividing line no one talks about, because it's not flashy and it doesn't sell. The system thrives on the first person, the banks, the corporations, the lenders. They love predictable, leveraged consumers who feel successful but are dependent. They don't want you wealthy, they want you stable enough to keep paying and insecure enough to keep consuming. And a $5,000 paycheck is perfect for that. It keeps you just comfortable enough to stop questioning and just constrained enough to never escape. So, what's the way out? Not motivation, not hustle slogans, not manifesting, strategy. The first rule is simple and painful. Stop using your income as proof of success. Income is a tool, not a trophy. The second rule is to build slack into your life. If you make $5,000, live like you make $3. Not forever, but long enough to create real options. The third rule is to stop financing depreciating things that exist only to impress people who don't care. And the fourth rule is to redirect that difference into assets that buy freedom, not validation. This isn't about never enjoying life, it's about not confusing enjoyment with identity. Because the people who actually get ahead aren't the ones with the biggest paychecks early. They're the ones who keep control when they finally earn more. They don't feel rich at $5,000 a month. They feel cautious. They feel strategic. They understand that this income level is a bridge, not a destination. And bridges are dangerous places to build a house. Here's the final truth, and this is the part that stings. Most people who die in debt didn't make terrible money. They made decent money and made terrible assumptions. They assumed consistency. They assumed growth. They assumed nothing would go wrong. They assumed approval meant safety. And they built a life that required everything to go right for 30 years straight. That's not confidence, that's gambling. If this hit a nerve, that's a good sign. It means you're paying attention. And if you're currently making around $5,000 a month and you feel both comfortable and stressed at the same time, you know exactly what this is about. You're not failing, you're standing at a fork in the road. One path leads to looking successful and staying fragile. The other path leads to feeling behind for a while and becoming unbreakable. If you made it this far, drop a comment with the word margin. People won't know what it means, but you will. Hit like if this clarified something you couldn't quite explain before. Subscribe if you want to understand how money actually works instead of how it's marketed to you. Because the goal isn't to feel rich on payday, the goal is to be free when the paycheck stops.